Good day, everyone. Today, we will present our learning plan entitled Measures of Position Weekly Learning Plan. The learning area will be the Math 10 4th grading. It is a 5-day learning plan that will help students understand the key concepts about the measures of position. So on day 1, the competency that will be discussed is illustrates the following measures of position: the quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. So for our contextualization, the class will be playing a game entitled Four Pics and One Word. The teacher will show some real-life pictures related to measures of position. Then the students will guess the word and the teacher will explain how is it related to the topic. So for further discussion, think, pair, and share strategy will be employed. So for independent practice, the students will make a KWL chart to show what they have learned about the lesson. And after that, a long quiz will be done for their assessment. So in ICT integration, laptop and projector will be used in presenting the lesson, and PowerPoint presentation or media application will be used in discussing the topic.
So on the next day, the students will be able to learn how to calculate a specified measure of measure. So for the contextualization of the said topic or the competency, the students will give some real life problems related to the topic and solve it. Then for further understanding of the said topic or for the said topic, the students will have a small group discussion. Then, for the independent practice of the said topic, the teacher will give an assignment to them. Then, for assessment, they will have a short quiz. Then, for ICT integration, the teacher will just use laptop and projector for his discussion, and for software, the teacher will use a PowerPoint or media application to present the video. Then on the next day, after the students will learn how to calculate a specified measure of measure, and the next day they will now learn to interpret measure of position. Um, for the contextualization of the said topic, the teacher will give an activity which will be called Interpret Me, in which the teacher will group his or her students by three. Each will be given a province with data of cases in its municipalities. The total cases of the province are supposedly 3,000. The students will determine in what percentage of cases does the municipalities have to the total cases of the province. And for the discussion, for better understanding of the topic, the teacher will present a video about the topic. After that, he or she will ask his or her students about their understanding on the video. Then for the practice, the teacher will give a sample problem to the same group that he or she had grouped lately. The group will have to discuss it within and will be shared to the class after. For the assessment, the teacher will give an assessment to his or her student. The assignment is consist of solved problems except its interpretation. Their assignment is to interpret the results of that problems. And for ICT integration, for hardware tools, the teacher will again, the same with the previous one, the teacher will use laptop and projector to his discussions. And for software, the teacher will just use a PowerPoint or media application to present the video.
Problems involving measures of positions. In contextualization, the student will be given 10 minutes to think of real life scenarios where measures of position could be applied. Then they will state how and in what way they will be involved. In discussion, pair and share strategy will be given where teacher will give the student solve problems and they have to take note what they have noticed if they found some errors. The teacher will then call some pairs to share their um, their solutions. Then, for independent practice, the teacher will write numbers based on the total numbers of the students in his or her classes to a small piece of paper. Then she or will assign it to the students. The teacher will then pick a paper, and if the assigned number, the students will be um, and methods to solve problems involving measures of position. For software, the teacher will use Office applications like Word or PowerPoint presentation to present his or her content on formulate statistical mini research. For contextualization, the teacher will make an example of statistics in real world situation such as weather forecast. After that, he or she will let the students discover more examples that is connected to real world. For discussion, a brainstorming strategy will be given where the teacher will divide the class into 5 groups. Each will be given a problem. They will brainstorm and discuss within the group. Then the 5 groups will formulate mini statistical research. For their assessment, the student will pass a portfolio that contains their reflection. It will be passed by individually. For ICT integration, hardware, laptop, and projector will be used by the teacher. Then for the software, the teacher will use a PowerPoint or media application to present the video.
For para makuha nato siya sa atong ma-apply na nato siya sa classroom, we have here our learning outcome na under sa learning competency na illustrates the following measures of position, quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Or SDLO is the learner can define the measures of position. And of course, sa atong daily procedure, naagit tayong mga preparation, na dali ang prayer, checking of attendance, then asad tayo presentation, na nadiri ang awareness, nga pwede sa dadin ay makakuha o mag-recall sa topic kung naanay topic na sugdan atong niagi. Dayon sa atong activities, we need to na ma-apply na to ang technology. So, we will have a Kahoot. Kani siyang Kahoot, it is a game-based learning platform used as educational technology in schools and other educational institutions in kani siya, more siya gadula, but at the same time, makakuan ka, maka-learn ang imong estudyante. It is the word, enjoy learning siya, nga word nga makuan na to siya. So, next is the calculate as specified So before ta mag-anta to sa activity nga gintaw na to og Kahoot, napod gihapon tay need na to nga sa pag-discuss na agi tay matawag na lagi tayo matawag na mga examples kung asa diha nila makita og giunsa ug sa unsa nga process nakuha ang answers para makuha sad nila. Then before mag-end ang session, magkuha sa dayon ta or we will have kamarto siya mag-ask kung na-achieve ba nimo ang learning outcome ng imong specific ana na day.
So on the next day, Our learning competency here is calculates a specified measure of position of a set of data. So our learning outcomes are our learning competency on the second day is interprets measures of position. So our learning outcome here are the learner recalls the measure of position and can demonstrate how they will use the measures of position. So just like what we did in the first day, first is the preparation. So ang naaning preparation is prayer and checking of attendance. So B is after that presentation na dayon. Na rin diri ang awareness pareha nang mag-recall ka unsa ang gidiscuss yesterday. Then next is mag-present ka og mag-present diri og mga examples. Mag-present diri og mga examples sa three measures of position. Dayon ang next nga kanaang learning competency is solves problem involving measures of positions. Then ang learning outcome dire is the learners can demonstrate the process of solving the measures of position using a real life problem. So dire na mag-proceed na ta mag-solve sa measures of position na dito siya sa real life world problem. Dayon ang imong paghatag example is sa group data o ungroup data since mao ni siya ang diri magkuan kung unsaon siya pag nganong kanang ipakita ang problem dira sa kaduha ng mga examples. Then after na i-check nimo kung nakuha ba sa mga students ang imong gi-discuss. Then after that naghatag na din kag activity which is kana ang gamit gihapon ang kahot which is dito nimo ihatag ilang mga quiz kahuot dito nimo ihatag ilang mga quiz kana ang ano siya online.
So in day 4, our learning competencies is formulate statistical mini research. Then our SDLO is the learners will be able to verify the steps on statistical mini research. Then our daily activities is preparation, prayer, then checking of attendance and presentation. Since wala na ako. Madunggan ba ko? Gagi.
Madunggan pa.
Oh, sige, naglag way. Si Kwan. Since formulates statistical mini research and uses appropriate measure of position and other statistical methods in analyzing and interpreting research data is ga-connect ra siya. Then in the day 5, giisa lang nako ang activities. So our activities is magkuan lang siya, maghimo lang ano sa tong kuan. Wala. So our activity is maghimo lang ta og flip grid. Maro to.